Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, welcome to our discussion on the Bhagavad Gita, Sarartha Varshani Tika of Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur, and the Rasika Ranjan commentary, which is a sub commentary to the Sarartha Varshani Tika. So we have been discussing the fourth chapter, which is called as the Jnana Vibhaga Yoga or the Gyan Yoga. Prabhupada translates as transcendental knowledge. And here we have completed these two sections in this chapter. But I'll just summarize. In the third chapter, Krishna gives the knowledge by which we can conquer lust, which is a great obstacle in Karma Yoga. So in the fourth chapter, he continues to give that knowledge, but he speaks about the glory of that knowledge, how he gives this knowledge to the great leaders of the planet, Sun God, Manu, and the ruler of Earth, that is Ikshvaku, Bhumandala. And then Arjuna has a question: how did he give this knowledge to Sun God? So the Avatar Tattva comes into picture, and one who understands his birth and activities. Taktva deham punarjanma. Are there any examples? Bahuvo, who have become free from Vita Raga Bhaya, and then they have taken shelter of me. Puta Mad Bhava Magata. Bahuvo Jnana Tapasa. By this Jnana Tapasa, which is referred from 4.5 to 4.9, they have attained me. Then what about others? Whichever path they follow, Krishna is the creator of all the paths. Ultimately, the goal is Krishna, but these are progressive, ultimately leading to Krishna. So as they worship, he reciprocates. Ye yata mam prapadyante. And then Krishna slowly answering Arjuna's question, he comes back to the topic of discussion. And what is the topic of discussion which is happening? Who will answer this? What is the topic of discussion? What is the topic of discussion between Krishna and Arjuna at this point in the Bhagavad Gita? Who will answer? What is the topic of discussion? शुभ ईक्षण कृष्ण प्रभु जी. शुभेक्षण कृष्ण प्रभु जी. Are you there?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. What is the topic of discussion between Krishna and Arjuna?
Prabhu, I do recollect you told, but I'm not exactly able to recollect. Last
Wow.
chapter, it was for lust, how to control, but in this, sorry, Prabhu.
You say I do recollect, but I can't recollect.
No, not
Achintya
exactly.
Veda Veda. That's why we are struggling with Bhagavad Gita. How will we understand Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, any
No,
other?
correct.
Who will answer? Who will answer? Yesterday I have told this. Tirthpath Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडक प्रणाम प्रभु जी
Yeah. Yes. What is the topic of discussion which is going on? Yes, Tirthpath Prabhuji.
यस प्रभु
Silence speaks louder than words or what? What is the topic of discussion in the third chapter? What has Krishna convinced Arjuna to perform? He has told
कर्म
him to, he has told
सकाम
to perform. He has told him to perform सकाम कर्म योगा और निष्काम कर्म योगा
काम
और ज्ञान योगा और भक्ति योगा, व्हाट? यस, तीर्थपाद प्रभु जी।
Yes, Prabhu. This Karma Yoga, Sakam Karma Yoga.
सकाम कर्म योगा?
No,
देन
Niskam Karma Yoga, Prabhu.
because I'm saying sakam, now you're telling niskam, huh? That is
No,
the
no.
reason.
Niskam Karma Yoga. Niskam Karma.
Arey, we have to become very thorough with the Bhagavad Gita. यस्तु इंद्रियाणि मनसा नियम आरभते अर्जुन कर्मेंद्रिय कर्म योगम असक्तम स विशिष्यते. You perform karma yoga without any attachment. So this is nishkama. So this is what Krishna has been motivating Arjuna. So what is the, now after answering Arjuna, avatar tattva, what is Krishna coming back to the topic here now? Tirthat Prabhuji. Tirthat Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Ah.
Again, the same topic about.
Yes, he is again going to convince Arjuna how karma is not going to bind you. You
Yes,
know?
Prabhu.
So karma is not going to bind you. So that's why karma yoga is dharma now. He has slowly, done that transition from the avatar tattva. In this verse, although he speaks about, those who worship you, you take them back to their abode, but those who have desires, you do partiality. No, I don't do partiality. I have created this varnashram, chaturvarnyamaya system, because they have desires. They, they want. That's why they worship the devtas, because they want to fulfill their desires very quickly. So that's why I have created this chaturvarnam maya system, guna karma vibhagasho. Tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram. And then maybe this creation of this varnashram, he is not bound. Namam karmani limpanti, na mai karma phalaspraha, iti mam yo vai vijanati, karma bhi na sabhadyate. He is not bound. One who understands that Krishna is not bound by karma, understanding that person also is not bound by karma now when he does actions. And that's why evam gyatva kritam karma purve rapi mumukshubhi kuru karma eva tasmatvam purve purvataram kritam. Just like the previous acharyas have performed. So this is where we discussed yesterday and we began. And that's why now he is now going to convince Arjuna how this Nishkama Karma Yoga will not yield any reactions when it is done for the pleasure of Yajna, which Krishna has already introduced in 3.9. Yajnartha karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So now he is giving the whole science of karma, kim akarma, kavayopyatra mohita. What is karma and what is akarma? Even the wise are bewildered about action and inaction. And tatte karma pravakshami, I'll speak that. Yagyatma moksha shreyashapat, by which you will be liberated from samsara. So this is what he speaks in this verse. And then karmano api bodhyavyam cha vikarma. I will now, bodhavya means one should understand. That's why we should carefully understand what is karma, what is vikarma, sinful actions, and what is akarma. Akarma can again mean inaction, means not performing action. Although you are duty bound as a Kshatriya to perform, that will also lead to sinful reactions. Or there is a deeper understanding, actions which don't yield any reactions. So now I'm going to Gahana Karmanogati. Yesterday, Gahana Karmanogati, I mentioned, I gave the story of from the Puranas of a Brahmana whose hands were cut by the king because of no sinful act he performed. He was just resting in the house of a Brahmana's house, and he was falsely accused. But in the previous life, he was a yogi, and because he was truthful, he did not tell lies. But to save his life, he showed the direction to the butchers with both his hands. So that was the result. So we cannot understand by what action we are getting a reaction. It is very, very gahana karmano gati. So this is where we stopped our discussion. Yesterday, I mentioned, that this last statement of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, even I went through other, translations. It's one duty to deeply consider the path of results of karma, vikarma, and akarma. Because based on the results, you will have to choose the right path. It is very difficult to ascertain the essential truth regarding karma. Performing one's duties, karma, while performing forbidden activities, vikarma, which is the cause of achieving a miserable destination. The non-performance of karma is called akarma here. Like Arjuna, by his adhikar, karmanyeva adhikaraste, he is supposed to fight in the Kshatriya war. By not fighting, that means non-performing and leaving the battlefield, you know, out of cowardness, out of bodily consciousness, then his non-performance of action will result in sinful reactions. So then I mentioned it is proper to understand that the non-performance of karma is actually the cause of auspiciousness. There's another translation. It is necessary to understand the truth how sannyasis attain the highest benefit by renouncing work. So this seems like a more accurate translation. This is translated by another Gaudiya Mutt. So I find, and this I will explain now in the next verse, and the next verse will become very, very clear. This statement. So now let's go to the next verse. This is where we stopped. Karmanya akarma yah pashet akarmani cha karma yah sabuddhimana manusheshu sayukta krishna karma krit. One who sees inaction in action. Karmani is doing actions. Akarmaya pashet. But he sees with the eyes of knowledge, although he is doing actions, but it is as good as he is not doing action. And because he is not doing any action, there is no reaction. So karmanya akarmaya pashet. Akarmani cha karmaya. Again, yah pashet will apply to this line also. One who sees, because this one who sees is common for both. Action in inaction. Somebody is not performing his, prescribed duties and is inactive. Like he has taken sannyas, like Arjuna has taken sannyas and given up his performance of karma, which he has adhikar for, and he's a renounced order sitting and meditating in the Himalayas. He's as good as not doing any karma, karmani, but there is karma. In akarmani, you see karma. Akarmani cha karmaya. So one who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among men. So this verse is a tongue twister also, you know, inaction in action and action in inaction, and it is also brain twister because you need to be intelligent to understand. Sa buddhimana manusheshu. Sa manusheshu buddhimana. He performs. Sa hi yukta. All actions. Krishna karma krit. So, one who understands this, he is engaged in all actions. Krishna means all actions. Yukta. But although he is engaged in all actions, it's as good as he is not engaged in any action because there is no reaction to his actions. So I'll give you example. Karmane akarma ya pashet. Karmane akarma ya pashet means akarma. No karmic reaction. See in external activity, no karmic reaction. The example is Arjuna's fighting leads to no karmic reaction. He is doing karma, but it is as good as akarma. Yah pashet. And then akarmani cha karma iha. Here akarma means no external activity. Akarmani karmaya. Seen external inactivity. Karmic reaction. Now, let us see. Buddhimanu Manisheshu. Karma has various meanings. What is the meaning of karma here? Let us see who will answer. I will choose, even if you don't raise your hands. Nandini Mataji. Oh, you were not there in the initial. Hold on, because second chapter, all first time when the term karma was introduced. Keshavnath Prasad Prabhuji.
Uh, Prabhuji, I think it should be the actions that we are performing to please the Lord.
Can you tell me,
Yeah.
not just don't go to that. Can you tell
Okay.
me the different meanings of karma? What can karma mean?
What can karma mean?
The term karma can mean what? What is the dictionary meaning? Tell me, karma can mean.
Action, physical actions.
Action. Are there any other meanings to the word karma? I have told
Uh,
four meanings in the second chapter when the first time karma term was introduced in 2.39. I told 2.39, if we don't understand, no question of going ahead in the Bhagavad Gita. Entire foundation is on 2.39. Yeah, what are the different meanings? Who knows? Will answer. Tirthpad Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hmm.
One is action, Prabhu.
Hmm.
One is result of action,
That is reaction.
reaction.
Then,
Then two more are there.
ah, the law of karma is very stringent when you say. What is the meaning of karma there? Tirthpad Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
When I say the statement, the law of karma is very stringent, what I mean, karma there.
Vikrama, Prabhu. No,
My
no,
goodness.
no, no.
The law of action and reaction.
Action and reaction.
When I say law, मेरे कर्म बुरे हैं. When I use the term karma, मेरे कर्म बुरे हैं. मैं मेरे कर्म के फल भुगत रहा हूँ. So that time, what is the meaning of karma among the three here? At least tell.
That is reaction.
Okay. Then I say when the law of karma is very stringent, then which meaning will suit?
Action and reaction.
This is so simple, na? So simple it is. And dharma can also mean sukarma. Karma performed auspicious activities as per the Vedas. So in this, it's a general term. This is in the outside world also they use karma. Karm karo bhai, tumhara. But in the Vedic terminology, this is called as sukarma. Then Tirthpad Prabhuji,
Vikarma.
vikarma, and then
Then akarma.
very good. My goodness, this is all ABCD knowledge which everyone should know when they join Krishna consciousness. Isha Upanishad's basic fundamentals Prabhupada is teaching. So here, karmani karmayah. Karmayah means what? Whether it is
Here is
action. Huh?
sukarma, Prabhu. Sakam karma yoga.
Prabhuji, think a little. He is he is externally not doing any activity, he's just sitting and meditating, but he's still getting a reaction, karmic reaction. So what does the word karma mean here?
Reaction.
That too with lot of doubt you're answering. Reaction. You're not firmly telling reaction करके. अरे karmic reaction means reaction.
Yes.
He is doing external meditation, but still he is getting reaction. That means karma is reaction here.
Yes.
Arjuna silent meditating leads to karmic reaction. So karmanya akarma yah pashet. One who sees action. So again, Tirthpat Prabhuji,
Yes.
you are seeing person is doing action. So what when you see a person doing action, what is your logical conclusion?
Uh, you're talking about one, Prabhu.
Yeah. Karmani akarmaya pashet. One, you do karma. Ah, ah. What is the logical end? When you do an action, what is there?
Either good action or reaction, like akarma or vikarma.
Whatever it is, whether he does a good action or a bad action, but what will come after action?
Reaction.
Reaction. Yes, this is fundamental. I'm going really basics. But this verse is saying when he sees, although there is action, but he is not doing any action. This is what the verse is saying. Karmanya akarma yah pashet. Arjuna is fighting on the battlefield, killing. Correct? It's karma. Correct?
Yes.
Hmm? But you see that he is not doing any action. Why you see that he is not doing any action? Tell me.
Because he's following the order of Lord Krishna.
Array, don't go into that, Baba. Just in karmic philosophy, you tell me, based on because he's following the order of the Lord, don't go there. Why you see that he's killing so many people, but you see that he's not doing any action. Why?
No
Tirtha
idea.
Prabhuji, are you there with us?
Yes, Prabhu, not able to answer.
No, I will not leave you until you answer. Okay. I want you all to think. So I'm going to give you a hint. Try to understand. Okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Vidhi. Now, if you do any action, you get reaction, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Now, if you're doing actions, you're not getting reaction. What does it mean? Did you understand my statement?
Inaction. Inaction.
No, 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 no. Please, please, first understand. Yeah. If you're doing action and you're not getting reaction, what does it mean?
Hmm.
What does it mean?
Uh,
कुछ व्यक्ति कार्य कर रहे हैं, वो कार्य का परिणाम होता है, बट
yes,
परिणाम
Prabhu.
नहीं आ रहा है, मतलब क्या है ये? व्हाट डज इट मीन?
No, Prabhu, really not able to answer. Not getting.
प्रभु जी, अभी आई मेक इट स्टिल सिंपलर. यू नो, ब्रेन आपका ट्विस्ट हो रहा है, मेरे को पता है, बिकॉज ये वर्ड ही ऐसा है. ये व्यक्ति कार्य कर रहा है, उस कार्य का परिणाम उसको नहीं आ रहा है. क्या वे व्यक्ति कार्य कर रहे हैं क्या नहीं कर रहे हैं, इतना तो बताइए.
Not working.
He's not as good as not working, right? He's as good as
Yes.
not performing any action
Action. Yes, bro.
because his actions are not yielding any
Reaction.
reaction. Are you getting?
Yes, bro.
So I have written here everything, no karmic reaction. See in external activity, no karmic reaction. Arjuna is fighting, leads to no karmic reaction. So it is
Yes.
as good as Arjuna is what now? Tell me.
Not doing action.
Not fighting at all. Because his fighting action should give him reaction. Correct?
Yes, bro.
Now, did you get this or no?
Yes, bro.
If see, I deliberated a lot, on this topic that I felt, Bhakti Yoga is a very, very, very exalted level. And within Bhakti Yoga, we can have something called as Gyan Yoga, where you understand the Shastra. And within Bhakti Yoga also there is Karma Yoga. We fall in that category now. you know. But Karma Yoga is also very, very high. And we have to understand the philosophy of Karma Yoga within Bhakti Yoga as Bhakti Yoga practitioners. So I was thinking that we should have a separate seminar on this whole topic. Many devotees don't understand the subtleties of it, you know. So I'm spending this time because we just don't want to finish the syllabus. We want devotees to understand. So karmanya akarmaya pashet. Did you understand this now?
Yes, bro.
Okay, now please forgive me. I'm testing you a lot. And when you're tested, you grow also a lot. You know? Yes. Now tell me, akarmani karmaya. What does it mean? Think about it. Take your time. Take half a second. 30 seconds, not half a second. 30 seconds you take. Do you need help?
Yes, bro.
Okay. Akarmani. Akarmani here means what? Akarmani here means what? Tell me.
No action.
Yes, very good, very good. So, no action, what should be the result of it?
No reaction.
Yes, excellent, very good. But what is this verse saying?
Akarmani cha karmayah.
Uh, no action. Why it's not writing? Akarmani cha karmayah. It is given. The answer is given in the slide only, Prabhuji. It's not like you have to, search from some, go and dig the earth to search the answer. So no action, but what is the here happening?
Reaction.
Yes. It is interesting, na? You are not doing any action, but you are getting reaction. Arjuna is silently meditating, but leads to karmic reaction. Now, did you understand this?
Yes, bro.
Yes?
Yes, bro.
Worth the exercise?
Yes, bro. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And through you, all the devotees, I hope. Now, I'm holding for now here, whether you understood this verse. You have any questions on this? You are free to raise your hands. And then I'll go to the. Yes, Tukaram Mishkin Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Uh,
Arjuna's silent meditating leads to karmic reaction.
yes.
There is no activity,
Uh,
but there is karmic reaction.
Yes.
I am not able to understand this part, Prabhuji. Rest of the
Okay.
things, whatever you explained this long, I understood.
Okay. Now, uh, you have been attending all the previous sessions, I know.
I
Do-
missed because I was on tour, so I missed
Okay, then you have to cover them. Otherwise, the flow of thought, you will never be able to penetrate into the Bhagavad Gita then. First thing is, all the lectures which are going on the series we should hear, and we should read that section of Prabhupada purport so that we get a deeper understanding of Prabhupada. Now,
right.
the goal of Nishkama Karma Yoga is what? You tell me.
Goal of Kama Karma. Not to get any reaction.
Goal. Tell me the goal of Bhakti Yoga, please. You are practicing Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah, to get the shelter of Lord.
No, Prabhuji, goal. What is the ultimate goal?
Prema Bhakti.
Tell me the goal of Jnana. What is the goal of the Jnanis?
To understand the
No, Prabhuji, you are speaking about Abhidheya. I am asking about Prayojan.
yeah.
What is their goal? What the Jnanis desire? What is their aspiration? To become liberated.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, bro.
So, what is the goal of Nishkam Karma Yoga? Purification of the heart,
Okay.
Antakaran. Now, when somebody is performing Nishkama Karma Yoga, he has adhikar for karma. Okay?
Okay.
He has adhikar for karma. He has to perform Nishkama Karma Yoga and then attain the platform of Sthita Pragya, where his heart is completely purified. From there, he can take up Jnana Yoga.
Right.
And in Jnana Yoga, he can sit and meditate, contemplate on Brahman.
Hmm.
But you are not qualified for Jnana Yoga. Your Antakaran is not pure.
Yeah.
And you externally, you are having adhikar for karma and you give up karma, which is called as karma sannyas. Okay? Which is called
Right.
as karma sannyas. And
Okay.
you take to the renounced order, sit in the Himalayas and you try to meditate.
Yeah.
So you are not doing any action. Correct?
Right, bro.
Will it give you reaction?
No.
It will give you reaction. Why it will give you reaction?
Because I'm not performing my
Because your Antakaran is not pure.
sure, yeah.
You will meditate on the what?
Knowledge.
No, Prabhuji, you will
Jnana.
meditate.
Jnana.
Huh?
I will meditate on Jnana.
How you will meditate on Gyan? Your Antakaran is not pure. You will
Hmm.
meditate on the sense objects.
Okay.
You left your wife.
Yeah, but I remember.
No. Plus, you left your wife and you go to the
Yeah.
forest.
Yeah.
But you will have six wives. Who are the six wives?
Senses.
Which are the five senses? Tell me.
Mm. S- Like seeing and hearing.
The Gyan Indriyas. And the sixth one is?
Sixth one is eyes.
Sixth one is eyes.
Eyes, tongue.
The mind.
Right, bro.
So in the mind you are meditating. Instead of meditating on Brahman, you are meditating on all these sense objects.
Right.
So there is you are getting reaction, you are getting entangled.
Yeah.
Akarmani cha karmaya. Why? Because
Sense.
Arjuna has not purified his antakaran. He has just given up karma sannyas. He has taken karma sannyas and he has gone to the Himalayas to meditate. Are you able to now catch this point?
Right, Prabhu.
Got it?
Yes, Prabhu.
I want devotees to understand this because the third chapter, fourth chapter, fifth chapter are not at all easy. Many devotees have told me. Okay, any other questions you have up till now? See how intricate is the whole science of karma. Yes, any other questions? Okay, so now let's go to Vishwanath Chandra Thakur commentary, and now everything will become clear. This verse gives an understanding of the truth of action and non-action. This verse gives the truth of action and non-action. She, Lalita Sumukhi Mataji, are you there with us? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I wasn't able to unmute myself, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah. This verse gives the understanding of the truth of action and non-action. Are you having your Bhagavad Gita book with you?
Uh, no, Prabhu, I'm referring it online Veda base.
Okay. Okay, you can refer, but please, I'm requesting devotees, I'm carrying the Bhagavad Gita also in my hand. Keep
I'll
it
do
in
it
the
from
hand.
tomorrow.
So,
Yeah.
it has a lot of, different. So, Krishna, in some of the previous verses, just few verses back, he told that, I will, explain you what is karma and akarma. Which is that verse? Tell me.
One minute. Okay.
Karma and akarma, he told. Which is the verse? Tell me. Up till here.
Yeah, but karma, he tells about karmanya vadikaraste ma
No,
phale.
Mataji.
Ah, okay.
I have written here Bhagavad Gita fourth. That
Yeah.
means, and I told you that few verses, just here we have all begun now. This section of Karma Yoga is the Dharma.
Okay.
In this section, in just few verses backside, he told
Okay.
that I will tell you what is karma and what is akarma. Which verse? That is, I'm asking.
4.16, 4.17, Prabhu.
Ye- Only one, 4.16.
Okay. Yeah.
I want devotees to think, all are becoming munis now, right? So this verse gives the understanding of the truth of action and non-action. See here. So when you start studying the Bhagavad Gita, kim karma, kim akarmati. Kavayopi tatte karma pravakshami.
Yeah.
I will now explain you. And if you know this, yad gyatva mokshasya, you'll become liberated. See the fruit. Just if you understand the science of karma, you'll become liberated. This is the fruit. So that's why we need to study very scrutinizingly. I feel that, devotees have forgotten the first purport of Prabhupada. There it says that one should read Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is a devotee of Sri Krishna and try to understand without personally motivated interpretations. First statement, Prabhupada's. One should read how, Mataji?
Scrutinizingly.
Very scrutinizingly, not scrutinizingly, very scrutinizingly.
Yes.
Why do you forget to, very means, You should take, this forensic department,
Yeah.
when they analyze a document, they use a lens.
Yes. Yes.
So we should use our spiritual lens.
Yeah.
Yes. So now, I hope you got this, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
The understanding which Krishna said, I will give. Tatte karma pravakshami. Now,
Yes.
hear very carefully. He is intelligent who sees that persons of pure heart, fixed in knowledge, like Janaka, who do not renounce activity. They can renounce because they are now Sthitapargya, they are having pure heart. But rather engage in action, in Nishkama Karma Yoga. Do not occur karma. Do not occur karma means they do not occur reaction. And that's why it is akarma. Actions don't give reactions. That's why it's called as akarma. And he who sees that one who does not perform actions, renouncing actions as a sannyasi, being of impure heart. So this is what I was trying to tell our Tukaram. Without knowledge, although talking profusely of knowledge, because of knowledge of scriptures, he might be speaking about knowledge and he has vast knowledge of scriptures, actually obtains bondage of karma leading to misery. He engages in all activities. He does not renounce action, even through instructions or association of those who think themselves knowledgeable, talking a lot about Gyan. Sa Yukta Krishna Karmakrit. He engages in all actions and he does not renounce action, even though there are instructions. And in the association, give up, no. The Bhagavatam says, one who is not controlled, yes to asamyata, the six forms of illusion, lust, anger, greed, excitement, false pride, intoxication, nadvagra, whose intelligence, the leader of the senses, indriya sarthi, is extremely attached to material things, prachanda, who is bereft of knowledge and detachment, jnana vairagya rahita, who adopts the sannyas order of life to make a living, tridandam upajivite, who deceives, Nuta, the Devata, Suran, Atma, Atmanam, the Paramatma, Mamcha, Atmastam, thus ruining all religious principles, Dharma, ha means killer of religion, and who still infected by material contamination. Vipaka, Kanayo, is deviated and lost. Vihiyate, both in this life and next. Asmad, Amumnat, Cha. So, Bhagavatam. So, this person has not controlled his senses, he has not purified his heart and he takes the renounced order, you know, you know. So that is why, although you might see that he's not doing any actions, but he's getting reactions. So that's why he is giving a praman for this. Okay, I'll read now Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary on this. This means Nishkam Karma Yoga, the selfless offering of the results of all actions to the Supreme, is actually a karma. Is actually a karma. Inaction or non-performance of duty, because it is not yielding it's any reaction, a form of karma sannyas. So this is the term he has used, renunciation of all prescribed duties. And renunciation of karma tyag, is their performance of nishkam karma yoga. Although they are qualified to give up karma tyag they can do, but still they continue to perform nishkam karma yoga. This was also Krishna's instruction. Arjuna, yastu atmarati revasya, 3.17. Atmatriptasya manava, atmanneva atmana tushta, tasya karya na vidate. Although you are like that, still you perform in order to set up an example. So Janak is liberated. In fact, here it is mentioned, about Janak like he's fixed in Gyan, but actually Janak is a pure devotee who is completely transcendental. And he need not, he can just be absorbed in the Lord's Leela Katha Shravan, or meditating on the Lord's pastimes, like, uh, Prahlad Maharaj, but he is doing activities of a Kshatriya. He's coming down and taking the Kshatriya role in order to lead the Praja. So that's the point. This means that they are not karmis, the doer of activities, even though they perform all activities. For them, karma and akarma are one and the same. You know, they're one and the same because their action itself is like non-action. Okay. So, yes, any questions? Now you all are free to ask me questions. I'll ask you a lot of questions so that we can, drive the point home and understand. Because if we don't understand this verse, next of the series of 5 verses, we just cannot understand. So, any questions you have about it? Anything you did not understand? Govinda Nandini Mataji, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, just by contemplating on the sense objects without doing any action, still do we get reaction?
Yes, you will get reaction.
We should not, right? Because we are not doing any action.
But what is the principle we studied in the Bhagavad Gita second chapter? When you contemplate on the senses, what happens? What is the principle we studied, Mataji? Which verses, famous verses are there? Who will answer? Which verses tell about when you contemplate on the senses, what happens? Do you remember, Mataji, which verses speak about it?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. No. Hold on, I'll give you a hint, Mataji. Ah, when you contemplate on the senses, of the object of senses, then you develop attachment. And from attachment, lust comes. So
Yes,
which verse, which
yes.
verses tell us? Which verses this is referring to?
I don't remember exactly the verse.
Uh-huh. Okay. So we should start studying the verses of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
And I'm just making a point here, and please note my point, because if we want to make advancement in Krishna consciousness, if we don't thoroughly understand the Bhagavad Gita, we cannot penetrate into the Bhagavatam nor Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bhagavatam definitely you cannot penetrate. This is the verse. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsan Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodha Vijayate. Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibrama Smriti Bramshat Buddhinasho Buddhinashat
Yes.
Vinashati. So contemplation will lead to ultimate form.
Reaction.
So he might externally show that he's a renounced person, he's a sadhu, and he's, pure at heart, but internally he's contemplating. So he might be doing all the other activities inside because, this chain will continue. So he will get reactions. I hope it's clear, right, Mataji?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. This chain will follow. Yes. Thank you very much for the question. Yes. Anyone else has any questions? Shri Lalita Sumukhi Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
One
I-
minute. 1 minute. Okay. Uh, uh, Karmani akarma hyapashet. What does it mean? Please tell us.
me Mataji. Me Prabhuji.
Yes.
Karmani akarma.
Karmani akarma yah. What does it mean?
Seeing in action and in action.
Yeah, that translation reading doesn't give us any
You gave that
explanation.
example, no, Prabhuji,
No.
about
Even the examples is later on. But what it means, you have to tell us.
he who sees inaction in action.
No. Don't use
No,
those
I'm
terms.
reading. I'm reading aloud, Prabhu, so that I can. Yeah, I'm just 1 minute.
You don't use those terms. You use your own language and you tell.
Okay. He Action. So those are Krishna conscious devotees. Actually, they are actually doing action, but
No. Don't go into all that. We are Krishna conscious. Nobody is Krishna conscious. Krishna consciousness means you have to be 24 hours Krishna conscious. We are trying to become Krishna conscious. You know, we are trying to become Krishna conscious. Krishna conscious means you have to be 24 hours conscious of Krishna.
yeah,
Yeah. So just explain simple terms like karmani. Karmani means I am doing actions. You know,
yeah,
I am
yeah,
doing karma. Okay.
yeah. Huh.
So like that you explain.
Okay,
Then give an example.
okay.
Uh,
Uh, but can I start from action and inaction, Prabhu, first?
yeah, there is mention in the verse only.
Yeah, action and inaction, meaning that uh, externally it might feel that you're not doing. 1 minute, Prabhu.
This is a real tongue twister and brain twister.
Actually, he who sees action and action. Actually, yeah,
That's why
you're
don't go by that, Don't go by
1 minute,
that.
Prabhu.
You will
You're
get
doing it for the
confused.
pleasure of the Lord. So it's actually you're not getting reaction to it. So
No.
reaction, you're not
Hold
getting
on,
reactions. You're not doing.
hold on. Go slowly. Go slowly. Tell us. Give
Huh.
us. Yeah.
Okay, like a
You
big
just
example.
no. Just don't go. See, just read that one line. Karmani, karma, yah pashit. Like that. Karmani means what? Karma means what? One who sees. Like that you tell.
Okay, akarma means inaction. Karmani means action. Ya pashed means one who sees. That means like, can I tell just the way I want to tell, Prabhu?
Yes, try.
Yeah. Okay. So he who sees inaction in action. Actually, he is actually doing activity. But Prabhu, I'll just finish this sentence, Prabhu. He is doing activity, but that is for the pleasure of the Lord. He's not expecting
No,
results from.
don't. See, that's why don't include now pleasure of the Lord. See, we are
But is
now
this
speaking.
understanding correct, Prabhu? I just want to know that. Is it?
No,
Huh.
no. See, first of all, we are speaking about Nishkam Karma Yoga here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. In
Huh.
Bhakti, Bhakti Yoga, there is actions done for the pleasure of the Lord. Okay.
Correct. Huh.
So let's stick to this verse now, meaning.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain the way you expecting me to explain, Prabhu.
No, I have explained you without, referring to anything I explained. I gave examples. I spent now
Huh.
almost
Yeah. Yeah.
45 minutes on this verse.
Yeah. He who sees inaction and action. You had given that about even if Arjuna sits and meditates, and he's actually doing inaction. He's going to accrue sins because he's. You gave that example to that Prabhuji, right? Prabhuji. Yeah.
Hmm.
That is actually action in inaction. You're getting even if you think you're not doing any action, like how if Arjuna sits and meditates, he that is not doing any activity, karma sannyasa, but he's going to, because he's avoiding from doing the prescribed duty, he's going to accrue sins for that. He's going to get reactions for that. Prabhu, I don't know, Prabhu, leave it. I understood.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty. I understand.
Huh.
I understand. See, it is not one day you can understand this verse.
Prabhu, but when you explained, I understood, Prabhu. It's not.
No. If you had understood, you would have explained. I want to, through this exercise, bring out something. I
Okay.
have taken years to understand this verse. When I first time heard, I thought I understood. But I have studied, meditated, heard, repeatedly heard again and again, again and again. And suddenly one day, Eureka, oh, now I got it. Now I got it.
Okay.
I heard this verse in a lecture where
Mm.
Bhakti Samrit Maharaj was giving on Bhagavad Gita every Saturday is to give.
Okay.
And I thought I understood it. I heard it in 2003, and maybe in 2000, maybe uh, 7 or 8, I was always carrying the Gita and I'm trying to read in action. If you read, na, that's why you'll get more confused. In action, in action? What is this, So that's why you have to read Prabhupada's word-to-word meanings. You have to meditate and go into contemplation, deep meditation, and it has to get revealed in your heart. So through this, what I'm trying to tell the devotees is that just by hearing, you will not understand Bhagavad Gita or it is any other subject, especially Bhakti literatures. You'll have to deeply go into contemplation. And contemplation requires, being in Sattvaguna. And then you're deeply contemplating. Krishna is there in the heart. Yeah, Yata, he's trying to understand me. He's trying to understand the meaning of this verse. Then Krishna will give the intelligence, Dadami Buddhi Yogam, to understand. And you should repeatedly hear the explanations from different angles. Then slowly, slowly, you'll start understanding it.
Yes.
Got it? So,
Yeah.
even the example what you gave, even that was not correctly given for your kind information. The example you gave of Arjuna, which I myself had given, but that was also not correctly explained. It is little very, very fine understanding it is. Very fine understanding. So, yes, why I'm focusing on this is because, ah, we are bhakti yogis and, we are all doing action for Krishna's pleasure. But that elevation of consciousness which should happen by doing that action, and that elevation is given in all these verses which is going to come. And if we understand and act with that knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita, then we can really make progress. As I was mentioning, Bhakti Yoga is a very exalted platform. We are Karma Yogis within the context of Bhakti Yoga. Please remember that also. Like I'll make this point, in Bhakti Yoga, there is actually Bhakti Yoga, which is pure Bhakti Yoga. There is Gyan Yoga, and then there is Karma Yoga. So this Bhakti Yoga, when I say, it is pure devotional service, which Krishna will speak in the Bhagavad Gita 12.8, many other verses. When I speak Gyan Yoga, it is not the Gyan path by which we attain liberation. Gyan Yoga means understanding of the Shastra, where the Antakaran purification happens for us, Anarth Nivritti happens. So this Antakaran purification is very important so that we come to the platform of uh, pure devotional service. And this action, how to do action for Krishna, because here action and here is done for realizing the self in Nishkam Karma Yoga. That's only the difference, So this science is very important for us to understand. So the whole intricacy of karma, Krishna is explaining. I hope you got it.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, what's your question now?
No, Prabhu, I don't know. I forgot the question, Prabhu.
Okay, you can recollect and then
Yeah.
note it down, and then if you want to send it in the group, so we'll answer because it's very important. We need to meditate on this verse. Yes, Govinda Nandini Mataji.
Prabhuji, the same question I asked. So you said these verses, right? It gives the answer. But does it mean that when we are contemplating on the sense objects and it leads to action, then we get the reaction?
Yeah,
If the process
ultimately,
does not reach there, means we are not doing any action. In that case, we are just contemplating and we are not doing any action. We understood that we should not go ahead.
yeah, but that also at a subtle level, there is a reaction, and ultimately you will go to the gross level because what the thoughts in the mind will lead to action.
Yeah, it can lead to, but
Not it can lead to, it will lead to. It
if
will
we
lead to.
remember this verse and we think that it will lead to it will, it will lead to some action and we should avoid it.
But once your dhyayato vishayan pumsan you have done, you will develop subtle attachment. And at that time, you try to control it and try to, dawdle in Krishna. Maybe there, at that point, it is, maybe you'll be successful. But then, Sangha Sanjayate Kama, the calm becomes very strong. Then it is very difficult. The more the step goes down, the more difficult it is to, come out of that whole loop. Are you getting this point?
Yes, Prabhuji, but yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, but you're saying still, but
Yeah,
what does that mean?
yeah, so that is the thing, right? When it leads to action, then only we should be
Yes,
getting
it
the reaction.
will lead to action when you're meditating and contemplating, unless you're very, very strong and very powerful.
Mm.
So, that's why Krishna is warning there that if you don't
Mm.
control your senses, then
Yeah.
the senses will ultimately contemplate on the sense objects. That's why he, after Tani Sarvani Sanyamya, it is coming this verse. Yukta Asita Matpara Vasheyasya Indriyani Tasya Pragya Pratishtita. One was Vasha, one was controlled all his senses. And he is engaged all his senses in Krishna's service. Tani Sarvani Sanyamya. Sanyamya means
Mm.
controlled engagement. Yukta. Yukta means now linking it. Asita Matpara. Matpara means in relation with me. Asit means that's what. Kim Asita. How does one control his senses? When all the senses are fully controlled and
Mm.
linked to Krishna, and even when they are linked to Krishna, they
Mm.
are under control. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Ah. So even while performing devotional service, when you're absorbed, the
Mm.
senses can drag you away, drift.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Ah. That means your still senses are not fully under control.
Mm. Okay. Okay,
Got the point?
Prabhuji.
Got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Good, good. You're bringing up these points so that we can, get a clear. Any other questions you have? I had never planned to spend this so much time
No,
on this
Prabhuji.
verse, but
Uh,
it is
no
important.
other
I heard it.
question.
Yeah, I'll have to first mute. Otherwise, no distractions. One thing is you should always sit in a place where you can hear attentively. Otherwise, it defeats the very purpose why we come together to. Yes, Vinita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mhm.
I want to understand after all this discussion.
Little loudly, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, am I clear?
Yeah, now it's better.
Prabhuji, after all this discussion and understanding, I feel that I understand that until unless you're not a Sthita Pragya, you're not able to reach the goal. Because it is
Pardon,
only
what did you
then,
say?
until unless we are Sthita Pragya, we cannot reach the goal, right?
Well, that is our goal, but the knowledge aspect is very important. The Sambandha Gyan, the knowledge aspect is very important. The more you understand knowledge, the more the sattva is going to increase. The more you'll make advancement. Sita Pragya is the goal for the Nishkama Karma Yogi. For Bhakti Yogis, we are, our goal is to, come to the point of pure devotional service, Sarva Dharman Paritejya. Hmm? So there is a development of faith which is happening for us, and that development of faith will happen by thoroughly understanding the Bhagavad Gita. That's the point. Because all our doubts will get cleared and the faith will be strengthened. And, Jayadvaita Maharaj was asked what made you go join Krishna consciousness. After reading the Gita, I was not left with any other option. It led to surrender. It leads to surrender. That's the point. Is it clear?
Because controlling senses and not contemplating It is
Pardon?
difficult, right? Controlling senses and not contemplating is just difficult.
Controlling senses,
And not contemplating, not contemplating.
not contemplating is
Constantly our
difficult.
mind is, it is on a run, huh?
Yes.
Mm.
The point is, the path which the Nishkam Karma yogis take to, in Bhakti Yoga, there is engagement of the senses in direct devotional activities. Savai Mana Krishna
Got,
Padaravinda.
got it.
So the more we engage all our karma indriyas, jnana indriyas in connection with Krishna, the more quickly the senses will get purified and the senses will get regulated. You do not make a separate endeavor also.
Right.
Got the point?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But to
Thank you, Prabhu.
understand the wisdom of the Gita, you have to enter in. Oh, there is some distraction. Yeah. Any other questions you have? Any other clarifications? Okay. So I will now take the next verse so that you can understand now what is being discussed. Now, yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjita jnanagni karmanam tamaho panditam buddha. The wise say, Buddha. These are wise people. They have this knowledge of how to act. Karmaniya karmaya pashit. The wise people say that he is a pandita. Who is a pandita? Who engaging in all activities. Yasya sarve samaramba. Aramba means to engage activity. Samaramba means all activities. How one should act? Being devoid of the desire for enjoyment. Kama sankalpa varjita. Now, from the bhakti perspective, from the definition of bhakti yoga, we also do, I mentioned, in one sense, within bhakti yoga, I mentioned that there's bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, and karma yoga. And within this now, when we also do activities, means, any activities like, cleaning the temple, washing the pots, and hearing, whatever actions we are doing for the pleasure of Krishna, Kama Sankalpa Varjita he is. So for us, what is this criteria? What should be the criteria for us here? What is it? Anyone? It's very similar. Yes, Sri Lalita Sumukhi Mataji.
No desire for personal enjoyment, Prabhu.
Yeah, yes, very good. So can you give where this definition in Bhakti definition, where is this mentioned?
Shunyam jnana karma tena.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Anyabhilashita shunyam. I want only that first part. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1:11, Pad 1, Anyabhilashita shunyam. So we should do actions without any desire for the fruits. While beginning the actions, yes, sarve samaramba, being devoid of the desire for enjoyment. Kama sankalpa has burned up all actions by the fire of knowledge. So the actions itself are burnt. That's why, what does this mean? Burned up all actions means what? Who will answer? Let us see. Based on the previous verse understanding. Yes, yes, Sri Lalita Sumukhi Mataji.
Prabhu, I'll try, Prabhu, because I'm feeling guilty that I didn't answer the previous thing. Is it because that, you won't get any reactions, burned up all actions?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't get any reaction. You don't get any reaction. So he has burned up actions. How? Jnanagni. Jnana. Because of the Jnanagni, Dagda. You know? Karmana. Okay, let's see the purport. This concept is further explained in 5 verses. So why we had difficulty in understanding Bhagavad Gita 4.18, no? It was textbook 18, yeah, 18. Because it was a concept, very, very difficult to get into it. So this concept is further explained in 5 verses. One who completely engages in activity, samaramba, devoid of desires to attain objects of enjoyment, performs action consumed by the fire of knowledge, whether the actions are prescribed, karma, or forbidden. Even if there are forbidden actions also, still because jnanagni dagdha karmani. That means one who is pure at heart, a sannyasi, he goes to a house of a swapacha and he begs food. He is getting from a sinful source. And he takes from that source, still he'll not get affected by it. Because, he's pure. That's why it will not get. In this way, the nature of vikarma should be understood. So because Krishna had told, karmana api bodhavyam vikarmana. Akarmanascha bodhavyam ghana karmano gati, he had told. So separately, Krishna doesn't discuss any verses on bodhavyam cha vikarmana. It is indirectly, it has to be understood here. Just as a qualified person sees that karma does not lead to bondage, he also sees that vikarma, forbidden action, do not acquire bondage. But this is for very exalted personalities who are purified in their heart. Please remember. I'll just give you some Krishna conscious examples. Like a sannyasi, somebody, from a business, he has made some money from some different deal, so he gives it, because he's pure at heart and he will use everything in Krishna service, he can use it in Krishna service and he'll not get affected by it. This verse is in agreement with the previous, seeing inaction in action. Later it will be said, Api chet asi papebhya sarvebhya papakrittama sarvam jnana plavena vrijinam santarishasi. Even if you are the most sinful among sinners, sarvebhya papebhya papakrittama, you will cross over all sins. Sarva vijinam santarishasi, by the boat of knowledge. Jnana plavena, it will be mentioned. And then yatha dhamsi samaudagnir bhasmasat kurte arjuna. Jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurte tata. Just as a fire burns to ashes all fuel, edhamsi is wood. The fire of knowledge, tata jnanagni, turns all actions into ashes. Sarva karmani bhasmasat, so that they don't give reactions. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, by performing Nishkam Karma Yoga, one's results incurred from both forbidden actions, those activities opposed to the injunction of scriptures, and scripturally prescribed actions are completely burned to ashes by the fire of knowledge. That's what he says. Okay. Yes, Lalita Sosmukhi Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, can you give some more example of forbidden action, Prabhu? In like that businessman you said, that means he will do forbidden actions that are not mentioned in Vedas, but he is not expecting any
No,
desire.
no. That businessman has got business money from some activities which are not, not from good source.
Okay,
But somehow he gives that to a sannyasi.
okay,
That
Mhm.
sannyasi is pure-hearted.
Okay,
And he is in that consciousness. It will come up in the future verses. He is in that consciousness and he is anya abhilashita shunyam.
okay,
So he can, because he's Jnanagni Dagda Karmanam, because of his Bhakti Shakti, you can say now. Here it is in Nishkam Karma Yanaga Jnanagni Dagda. Because his Bhakti Shakti, he can, absorb it and then, use it in, construction or whatever it is.
Any other example, Prabhu?
There are many examples like the But Vishwanath Chakra Thakur gives an example of a sannyasi who is pure-hearted. He goes for begging and he goes to a sapacha's house.
Okay.
And then, he gives grains.
Mm.
So he'll accept it, but he'll not get affected by it.
Okay.
Others who are not at that level of consciousness, beginning sadhakas, their consciousness will be affected. Hey, these are sinful people, he'll think. How
I
can
have
he
one small.
accept?
Okay,
Huh?
can we suppose I know we are not devotees, but in case if we
No,
are
we
like,
are we are
huh,
trying to be devotees. We are not
okay,
devotees. We should not say like that. We are trying to be devotees.
okay.
We are
So
devotees.
like
In the
businesses like
beginning
which are
stages.
like what you say. Suppose we have a coffee, and suppose somebody has a coffee plantation, and
Hmm.
that is not. It's like we should be away from intoxication. But
Hmm.
again, that money that comes from it, if we use it in Krishna consciousness, that is okay. That can apply here.
But whether you have that purity to handle it,
That's what I meant. We are not pure devotees. Okay,
that's not that purity. If we don't have to handle it when it comes, it has to pass through your hands, na?
correct.
Then that is why, what to speak now, simple, our leaders' ways. Okay? Now, we are not, growing our own food grains, and,
Correct.
even the temple, runs on donations of food grains which come, and
Hmm.
we don't know this, from what sources they are.
Hmm.
And although we are accepting it in the temple service, but still we have to bear to a certain degree, the reaction in one sense, frankly speaking. We might
Okay.
not subtly understand it. You know,
Okay.
like
Hmm.
I'm giving a very simple example. Like a very exalted sannyasi goes for preaching,
Hmm.
and devotees give some donation to him.
Okay.
He takes the donation, he can absorb it because he's using it completely in Krishna service. But a beginner or even intermediate, someone goes and he gets donation, first of all, he might not at that level, lofty level of consciousness where he can handle that
Hmm.
because it is coming from what all sources we don't know, right?
Correct.
And then he might get affected, and then he might also his mind also get affected, and he might use it also for personal service. You know,
Yeah.
then the reactions will come. That's why in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami is saying that one should not make many disciples, or one should not have uh, all these different sources, because that can deviate one from bhakti. That is the last verse he mentions in Sadhana Bhakti. Last verse in Sadhana Bhakti. So
Yeah.
like that, we are not conscious about it, and we are getting affected, and that effect also we are not conscious, frankly speaking.
Yeah.
Are you getting this point, what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
We are not, so we think, but as we advance, then we can see the subtleties. You can see when we are going to the subtleties of this verse, and how difficult it is for us now to, we are not even started Bhakti Yoga middle chapters. So that's why one should be very careful. And the next verse will come up. See, when you begin your actions without any desire, okay, that's good. But actions will give result. When the result comes, what is your consciousness?
Yeah.
Whether your consciousness is affected, we have to see that. Whether you are getting affected by the results. Oh, I did it, it is because of me this
Mm.
result came. Or you take pleasure in the results if it is success, or you become depressed because the results were opposite. So consciousness gets affected. You take a simple thing. I cook for the pleasure of the deities, and then I feed the Vaishnavas, you know. But then you're expecting, the results. And if it
Mm.
is, told, oh, this cooking was not done properly, then you get affected. Yes or no?
Yes. But
You get easily affected, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So, simple. We do some seva for the deities, and then, you know, that consciousness, to come to that point of mental equanimity is a very lofty level of consciousness. If you have come there, you have made a lot of progress in Krishna consciousness, where you have attained a neutrality between the results which have come, whether it is success, failure, happiness, distress, and you are able to be equipoised and just continue to do actions, and you're not getting, your consciousness is not getting drifted either side. It is focused and it is just going ahead, just not getting carried away by the waves.
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand how lofty is that consciousness, right? So now further we'll go into all these verses. I have built the foundation today. I don't know, it was not my plan to do it like this. I wanted to finish these verses till 24 today. So, but it is very important that we understand. So any questions you have for now, we can take up, and then we wind up almost 10 minutes more we have crossed today. So any other questions, clarifications you have? Shubha Ikshan Krish Prabhuji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu, I am there, Prabhu.
You are able to follow the discussion?
Yes, Prabhu, very much.
Okay. Yeah. Any other clarifications anyone else has? Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very, very much. Very grateful to all the devotees. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्णा.